Cognitive linguistics states that figurative language types such as metaphor and metonymy play an important role in shaping public discourse. Within this field, the study of visual metonymies still remains a research gap, especially in the light of online news. Therefore, in our research, we decided to take a visual metonymic approach. In the classical sense, metonymy refers to a relationship of substitution, that is, X stands for Y. So when I say head count, the head stands for the whole person. However, this is not only a matter of substitution, but a new and complex meaning is always generated through the metonymic relationship. This relationship can also be understood visually, however, the study of visual metonymies is still in its infancy. In our research, we focused on the case of the Russo-Ukrainian War, more specifically how the leading Hungarian news websites depict the war visually. This is of a special importance since explicit depiction is highly limited in the case of online news websites. Hence, our approach allowed us to look at the substitutions that these websites may use. We gathered the corpus from the time period of the 24th of February to the 24th of August, that is the first 6 months of the war. For this, we looked at the 3 Hungarian leading news websites that are 24.hu, Index.hu and Origo.hu. We randomly selected 100 news articles from each of the 3 websites for the given period. So we ended up with a final corpus of 300 news articles, and we focused on the featured images of these articles. Because war is a complex and violent act, for our analysis we relied on the action and the complex event metonymic frames. The action frame constitutes relationships of the instrument included in an action to the action as a whole, as well as the result of an action and inaction. Meanwhile, the complex event frame states that events may involve various sub-events and phases. So in this case, we can talk about the initial, a central, and the final phase. By taking this approach and considering that war is a complex event, using the complex event frame allowed us to have a better understanding of the sequentiality of the actions.
Our results revealed that action was most frequently substituted by the results of the action. Within this metonymic frame, we distinguish 2 further categories, namely the global and the local results of the action. The global results were depicted in the form of financial and economic crisis, while the local results of the action took the form of burned down houses and bombed buildings, as shown in this picture. The local results were depicted 3 times more frequently as compared to the global ones, showing the immediate consequences of the war. Another metonymic frame that we identified was the agent for action one, which depicted soldiers going to war in most cases, showing the direct agents of warfare. Closely related to this category, we identified the instrument for action metonymy, which was depicted in the form of tanks and guns, closely related to the agent for action metonymy. Finally, we also identified the patient for action metonymy, which mostly took the form of people fleeing their homes and local residents escaping war. Finally, we also analyzed the complex event frame, namely, we wanted to see whether the initial, central, or final phase of military action was depicted most frequently. Our results show that in fact it was the initial and final phase which appeared most frequently. This may be due to editorial guidelines and may result in evoking feelings of empathy in readers. Altogether, our research wished to contribute to the study of visual metonymic framing.